Okay guys, it's now time to solve the lay of the land room on red teamings for TryHackMe. So now we are getting some things and on our recall weaponization, password attack and phishing, so it's time to learn about how we can using lay of learned and how it's running the network infrastructure, active directory, users and groups or something like that. Let's go to solve together this room. So okay, there's an undeployed machine. I'm gonna say alright, start machine here. Okay, it's giving us things, but I'm not really do. I'm just gonna use RDP here. Okay, it is essential for familiar with environment where you have initial access to compromised machine during red team engagement. Therefore, performing recognition and enumeration is a significant part, and the primary goal is gather as much information as possible to be used in the next stage. With an initial foothold established, the post-exploitation process begins. This room introduces commonly used concepts, technologies, and security products that we need to be aware of. In this room, the assumption is that we already gained the access to machine and we are ready to expand our knowledge more about the environment by performing enumerations for the following. We are working for network infrastructure, active directory environment, users and groups, host-based security solution, network-based security solution, and application and services. Right, let me go there, and now we are deploy the machine. Time to use this with okay. Xpre RDP. Let me copy this and came over there. Just paste it and connect it with Windows machine here. And the password is equal this. If it's asking their password, we will have to be pasted. And let's discuss common network infrastructure in the next task. Why is it not running? Let me try one more time. Are we gonna be having here the show split view? I don't want to be use show split view because it will be too slow, but it's not running also. I have no idea what we're doing here. Maybe we have to be looking for Ramina here. Yep, let me install it. Okay, let's say Ramina. Alright, cool. So come over there and copy this IP address, come over Ramina page and say enter, and I'm gonna say yes. Username is equal to kkidd and password is equal this, and save this password. And then for domain you have to be use it. Oh my goodness. Alright, okay. Let me exit split view here. No. How I connect it? Yes. Alright, cool. Now let's go network infrastructure. Alright. Oh, it will be... Alright, cool. Once arriving onto a known network, our first goal is identify where we are and what we can get to. During the red team engagement, we need to understand the target system we are dealing with, what services our mission provides, what kind of network we are in, do enumeration of the compromised machine after getting initial access is key to answering this question. This task will discuss the common types or networks we may face during the engagement. And then network segmentation is an extra layer of network security divided into multiple subnets. It is used to improve the security and management for the network. For the example, it's used to preventing unauthorized access, corporate most valuable assets such as customer data, financial records, or etc. So if you want to learn about the network fundamentals, we suggest trying to follow TryHackMe module, the network fundamentals here. Alright, what is networking, intraLAN, OCI model, packet frames, you can check it for it. And let me read the internal networks here. Internal networks are subnetworks that are segmented and separated based on importance, the internal device for importance for accessibility of its data. The main purpose of the internal network or networks is to share information faster and easier, communications, collaborations, tools, operation systems, and network services within an organization. Alright. In a corporate network, the network administrator intends user network segmentation for various reasons, including controlling network traffic, optimizing network performance, and improving security posture. Alright, the previous diagram is an example of simple concept. There's an internet company network is this internet, and this giving a firewall, and there's a servers network and workstation networks here. So the first of all, a demilitarized zone DMZ network is H network that protects as an extra security layer the corporation internal local area networks from untrusted traffic. A common design for DMS is a subnetwork that is between the public internet internal networks. So designing the network within company depends on requirements and need. For example, suppose a company provides public services such as websites, DNS, FTP, proxy, VPN, or etc. In that case, they may design DMS network is allowed to enable access control and public network traffic, untrusted traffic here. Alright. For gathering network enumeration, these are various things checked related network aspect. The TCP and UDP ports are established contacting connections, routing tables, ARP tables, or etc. Let's start checking the target machine TCP and UDP open ports. This can be done is the netstand command as shown below. So that means that we have to go here, but it's not running now. Alright, let me say show split view here, and yeah, like that, and come over there, just run cmd. Yeah, it's so slow. I don't like it. Attack box. No. Alright. Let me go. Yeah, like that. This is not Turkish Q keyboard. Okay. Alright. The output reveals the open ports as well as established connections. Next, let's do this ARP table, which contains IP addresses and the physical addresses, the computers that communication with the target machine within network. So I'm gonna say CLS here, and if you can check it, nest-na is giving us the which TCP port and UDP ports is open. Okay, I'm gonna hint it and before. Okay, one more time. Let's say go there. nest-na. Now it's giving us the which port is actually open for TCP and UDP ports is over there. I'm gonna say Ctrl+C for looking over there. if you can check it, this is established ports and signs and forth we have to be looking for, because there are using the TCP ports with connections, and then we have to be know about it which connections uses this machine and connect it with it directly, because there's an empty file is going over there. This is not giving us, so that means our this port is not open for it. So this is not giving us the open port is like that is equal this, and this port is open, and this is for established. So established is really cool idea and really cool information for us. So I'm gonna say CLS here, and now come over there and say just arp-a. So arp-a is giving us which IP address have user against which physical address, and this type dynamics. There's a lot of things is over there, statics, using statics, but there's some giving us visual machine, and the visual machines physical addresses or something like that, for example. But we have to be looking for this IP address because it's a visual IP address, and they have also IPv6 IP addresses over there. I mean, they have already physical address, MAC addresses over there. So okay, let me go up over there, and internal network services. It provides private DNS internal network communication access for internal network devices. An example of network services and internal DNS web service custom applications, etc. It's important to note that the internal network services are not accessible outside the network. However, once have initial access that of networks that access these or network services, they will reach able to any available communication for task 9. Alright, now we are there have idea and have information about the arp-a and nested-na. So let me go the most important things for red teamings. This is Active Directory environment. Alright, let me go task 4. This is Active Directory. Active Directory is really important. Listen here too clearly. Okay. Active Directory. It's a Windows-based directory service that stores and provides data objects to internal network environments. It allows for centralized management of authentication and authorization. The AD contains essential information about the network and environment, including user, computers, printers, or etc. For example, AD might have users' details such as job title, phone number, addresses, passwords, groups, permission, or etc. That means our Active Directory it's so important for us because it's giving us the user's password, phone number, addresses, groups, permission, or something like that. For example, there is an internet, and internal say with firewall. If you can crack this firewall, you will access the domain controller and domain joined workstation. But we are not about the firewall. We just have to get the Active Directory on this internet and on this network actually. So the firewall attacks in the next steps, I'm gonna show you of this other video, but today we are gonna do it just giving the Active Directory on this network. Okay, the diagram is one possible example how Active Directory can be designed. The AD controller is placed in a subnet for service shown above a server network, and then the AD clients on the separate network where they can join domain and use the AD services via the firewall. The following is a list of Active Directory components that what being familiar with, so you have to be know about domain controllers, organizational units, AD objects, AD domains, whereas AD service accounts, built-in local account, domain user, or managed service accounts. That's really cool because we have to be know about it, which groups and which domains is using this for user, and how can be user gathering information with Active Directory, because Active Directory might have users details such as job title, phone number, address, passwords, groups, and permission. So I think it's cool. Let me scroll down and how to be using a domain controller is a Windows server that provides Active Directory services and controls the entire domain. It is a form centralized user management that provides encryption, user data, as well as controlling access and network. Including user groups, policies, and computers, it also enables resource access and sharings. These all are reasons why attacker target domain controller as a domain because it contains a lot of high-value information. There's an more objects, and we are here. There's a user 1 and user 2 and office admins. They have groups, user accounts, and then PC and PC2 is have workstation, and the server has a groups servers. And all of this layer is equal to main office, and the main office connected with company name. So company name, it will be domain. So if you can check it is domain, we have to be go geographical layer is over there, main office, and go for server, workstation, user account is over there, and server, PC, and then user objects we can say connected directly. Alright, Active Directory objects. Active Directory objects can be single user group or hardware component such as computer or printer. Each domain holds a database that contains object identifier information that creates an AD environment including users. A security principle that is allowed to authenticate the machines is the domain. Computers are special types of user accounts, and GPOs collections the policies are applied to for AD objects. AD domains are collections for Microsoft component with an AD network, and AD force is a collection of domains that trust each other or something like that. For example, the domain forest, and we have so many things about the, for example, of domains. I'm gonna show you here. For example, in ChatGPT, here's our ChatGPT domain. But alright, let me copy this and come over there, just paste it. This is ChatGPT domain, and this is a subdomain, and this is as localhost is over there. So we have to be thinking about the domain for us, and TryHackMe.com is a domain, and we have to be adding here domain 3 accounts and sales, and accounts and sale is over there giving us to subdomain. For more information, use the basics Active Directory research trying to follow TryHackMe room Active Directory basics here. You can check it Active Directory basics and gathering some information about it too much, but we don't need to go there, just solve this room. Okay, let's go to answer the question. Alright, in order to check whether the Windows machine is part of AD environment or not, one way we can use the command prompt system info command. The output is system info provides information about the machine including operation system name and version, host name, and other hardware information as the AD domain. So that means you have to come over there and say system info. Alright, waiting for it. So if you can check the system info, it's giving us so many information about the system. But maybe you have to be check it for just domains, maybe you have to check for IP address, maybe you have to check for another things is over there. You can use it grab for it. So it grabs in Kali Linux, and then on this Windows machine you can use find string. So I'm gonna say CLS here and system info one more time using this value and just say find strings. For example, look at for domain here, and it's giving us just for domain information. So there's just one domain, and domain is equal to TryHackMe.com. If it's part of AD environment, what is domain of name of AD? And before going any further, ensure attached machines deployed to discuss its attached mention of AD environment. Yes, because it's working. And if it's AD environment, yes, it is. What is domain name of the AD? Is domain name of the AD? You can say find strings domain. This is equal to TryHackMe.com. Alright guys, we got now about the system info now. Now let's go to users and groups management we talked about before. Alright, here. Alright, here we go. In this task, we will learn more about users and groups, especially within Active Directory. Gathering information about the compromised machine is essential that could be used at the next stage. Account discovery first steps, you have to begin until access compromised machine, understand what we have other accounts are in the system. An Active Directory environment contains various accounts with the necessary permission, access, and roles for different purposes. Common Active Directory service and account include built-in local user accounts, domain user accounts, and management server accounts or virtual accounts. So, what is the built-in local user accounts? The built-in local users accounts are used to manage the system locally, which is not part of AD environments. That means the built-in local user is not part of AD environments. So, domain user accounts with access as an Active Directory environment can use the AD services. That means are managed by Active Directory. Active Directory managed services accounts are limited domain user account with high privilege to manage Active Directory services. And the important things is over there. Domain administrator or user account that can manage information has Active Directory environment including AD configuration, users, groups, permission roles, services, or etc. One of the red team goals is engagement is a hunt of information the list of domain administrator havings. So complete the controller over the AD environment here. So this is the most you have to be seeing on Active Directory built-in administrator. Alright, we come over there and I'm writing some codes. It's giving us built-in administrator. That will be we are happy. And then we're gonna be say we can privilege escalation now with built-in administrator and go for about here privilege escalation. And this is a built-in administrator local admin access domain control, and the domain admin is giving our access resources. Enterprise admins available on the forest role. Schema admins capable modifying domain or forest. Server is just can manage domain server, and account operators can manage users or no privilege escalation here. So how can we use it? So just let me go. Active Directory enumeration is over there. Now enumerating the Active Directory environment requires different tools and techniques. Once we confirm that where that machine is part of AD environments, we can start hunting for any variable information to use it later. In this stage, we are using PowerShell enumerate for users and group. The following PowerShell command, you get all Active Directory user accounts. Note that we need to use it filter argument. Alright, let me go here and just say PowerShell. So now it's changing with PowerShell. So I'm gonna say CLS is over there. If you can check it, CLS is giving certain color, and just come over there and say get AD user and AD user like that, just writing like that, and say filter for what? Filter for all things. You have to be adding here start. Alright, let me enter. Yes, and this is using Active Directory, and here's our users for in the Active Directory. There's an administrator, user, guests, and KRBT, GT, for example, Pira Pitman, Dario, Flips, Veronica, Cecil Solomon, or something like that, and the user principal name is Dam's email. So we can also use LDL hierarchical tree structure to find. Alright, what is this? I have no idea about that. This conjugate name is collection of the common separate can and value pairs of identify unique key records within the directory. The DN consists of domain component, this organization unit name, common name, and others. The following CN user is equal one CN users DC TryHackMe rat team or DC.com. So alright, let me use it. So come over there and say do it before get ID user filter, and just search for, I'm gonna use search base and looking for here CN is equal to be users, and here looking for domain name, we have to be check it like that, equal to be TryHackMe rat team, and then DC will be equal to com, and just give it enter. So it's giving just for name, user's name, and user's path. Alright, now it's giving us just users and TryHackMe rat teams, which users are using this TS, and for it's all okay. Let the as per the question, use get ID user dash filter search base command with the available user account with the OU in the TryHackMe rat team. So we have to be using TryHackMe rat team like that, but we have to be looking for just search base. Alright, come over there, dash OU, right, and it could be equal to TryHackMe rat team, and OU equal to com. Yeah, like that is not right. What is this? We don't need to do this. So okay. Oh, we have to be add there. Swap OU TryHackMe CN user search base and strings CN user tc.tryhackme.com and dc.com. Alright, we got it before, and it's giving us 3 user here. Alright, let me change to CN user to OU equal to TryHackMe. Alright, OU equal to TryHackMe here. So this is our first, second, 3, 4, and 5, 6 user we got it here. Alright. Once you run previous command, what is user principal name email for the admin account? The admin account, where's admin? Yep, admin account is over there, TryHackMe admin, and user principal name is equal to TryHackMe admin at tryhackmeratteam.com. Alright guys, now we have to be know about users and groups here. We just gathering information with users like that, and for groups we are using U and U like here, and for TryHackMe. So now I think it's time to Active Directory working the host security solution 1. Alright, let me go task 6. Okay, before performing further actions we need to obtain general knowledge about the security solutions in place. Remember, it's important to enumerate antivirus and security detection methods on endpoint in order to stay as undetected as possible, reduce chance of getting cuffed. This task will discuss common security solution used corporate networks divided into host and network security solutions like that. Alright. It's a set of software applications used to monitor and detect abnormal and malicious activities within the host, including antivirus software, Microsoft Windows Defender, host-based firewall, security event logging and monitoring, host-based interaction detection system, and host-based intrusion prevention system here, and endpoint detection and response EDR is over there. So antivirus software is equal AV. We have to be looking for EV is over there because we are working on the firewall. Alright, let me go here and just come over there. Let me say CLS and working on the PowerShell. It's part of the antivirus software here, signature-based detection, heuristic-based detection, and finally behavior-based detection. For checking it, let me say vmake here, and it's giving our vmake clean is over there. I'm just gonna Control C for exit it and say CLS is over there. Time to using vmake on this server. So giving here namespace for which name is using it, and then use this / root to security center to and then path antivirus product up like that. Is not giving us AD description invalid namespace. Alright, because we have no idea about the namespace now, we have to be changing it. So before do this also doing is PowerShell, which is the same results. Alright, let me say enter the get CIM instance name space for gathering on route to security, like that, security center to, and then the class name is antivirus product. Yep, like that. Invalid namespace. Oh, it's not namespace. What is we have to be adding here? What we have to be adding here? Namespace, which I'm giving it. Alright. I'm gonna say get service here for Windows Defender. So running Windows Defender antivirus service is running now. So I think it's time to go for get to mp computers status select real time protection enable it. So real-time protection enabled is false now. So the most important things for gathering antivirus version is over there. Host-based firewall. It's a security tool installed to run on host machine and currently block the attacker and red teamers attack attempts. Thus, it's essential to enumerate to gather details about the firewall and rules giving the machine we have initial access to. So, alright. So I think we have to be add here get net firewall profile format table name enable. So it's giving us false, false, and false. Alright, set net firewall here, set. What can I do? Copy this? Let me try. No, I cannot. Set net firewall profile for what? For domain here and public. You can check it like there, public and then private. Say enable it false. Alright. And get forwards is enabled one more time. It's giving us the false. That means we have to be checking for enable it. Let me say it, for example, true. Nope. I'm gonna say disable it to false. Now it's gonna be working. Alright, let me say get now firewall approval. Now the companies is protect them with the domain private, the public name is enabled to true. If you want to be gathering Active Directory or not, you have to be changed with false. And now how can you change it with like that? So I think this will be fine. Now say get not firewall, select from get not firewall rule here. Select display name, enable it, description. So it's giving us for what? During the random engagement, we have now cleared what firewalls blocks. However, we can take advantage of some PowerShell CMD such as test next connection of TCP clients. Assume to know that firewall is in place, we need to be test inbound connections, extra tools, then can do the following. So, alright, let's say test connection for test net connection dash computer name, but it's not working because we have no updated computer name, right? Like that, it's working like that, but it's not running now. Yep. Dashboard is equal to 80. Now it's not working because there is no computer name. We have no idea about computer name. Alright, we have to be specifying this. So, enumerate the attached Windows machine and check whether host-based firewall enabled or not. This is not enabled now. Using PowerShell CMD gets MP3 can provide that have been detected using MS Defender. Run it answer following to what file name is causes alert recorded. So check resource sections. What we are doing here, just say get to MP thread, for example. Alright, let me check it. Get mp.thread is giving us power with pc1 is over there. Alright, now can we check resource sections is giving us get power with dot PowerShell1. Enumerate the firewall is the attached Windows machine. What port is allowed under the TryHackMe connection rule? Alright, how can we do it? Get net follow find strings. Alright, like that. That's true. So get net firewall and checking for rule, right? Yes. And yeah, here just say come over there and find string for TryHackMe connection. Yes, it's a description, TryHackMe connection about the port, this port, and in the next text we will keep discussing host security. I am ready. Yes, I am ready now. Now guys, we have to know about it, something important about evaluate firewall. So I think it's time to go second host security solutions is over there. Alright, like there. In this task, we will keep discussing host security solutions, security event logging, and monitoring. We work like that, alright. And just come over there, and I'm gonna say CLS, and come get event log list for log summary is over there. Okay. Event logs is giving us Windows PowerShell system security key management services, Active Directory web services, or something like that. So now we have gathering some information about the log file on the CMD late. So alright, the most important thing is the size one is so important. How can we are using system importance? It's really cool. For learning about the system, visit Windows documentation pages over here and read this. What is system internals? You can read it and you can use how can we are looking over there. This is so important things we have to be know about it about there. So but I'm just focused on how is it working. So come over there and just say get process and using for here where object is yeah, like that, looking for, alright, let me use dollar under dash dot process name dash aq, looking for what system mount, yeah, like that. It's giving us system mount is over there and using it like that. So I think it's time to running for system monitor services or using this, and it's giving us some information for system monitoring. So I don't want to be read it because there is no ask question for us. This has, you know, if you want to be check it this, you can read system internals is over there, but we're gatherings explain it details. I'm gonna explain all of things details but the other videos because this is just for our summary. Alright, let me go network security solution is over there. Alright, you can read this network security solution and how is it working, but we have already network security solution is over there. That means I am explaining details for it. So now I think it's enough time to explain it, the details to network solution and application and services. Oh my god, it's really hard. It's looking hard. Alright, let's go and application and services task and stop the video. Alright, I'm gonna say CLS here. This tag will expand our knowledge needed to learn about the system. We discussed account discovery and security products within system previous task. We will continue learning more about the system, including install the application, services and processes, sharing files and printers, internal services, DNS and local web application. So you have to become over there and using PowerShell, just say we make before we got it, and then say product, say get name and version is over there. So it's local. So products alias is not found. Yes, that's true because not product is a product like that. You have to be reading here something. Oh my god, it's not running. So why? There's kind of a problem. Alright, just go to answer the question. Alright, so I'm gonna say CLS, but before this I want to be sure get child item here. Alright, let me say get, yeah, like that, child item hidden dash path C, go for users, key ID, desktop, and enter. It's already is desktop ini is over there, so it's really cool. Now time to net stores. So it's giving us some information about this. For it's you can, alright. You can thinking about this like Mmap scan. It's just giving us about the network, and then it's now is running network. So we have to be doing something over there to network. Now we are starting network and try to gathering some information about this TryHackMe demo. We can say that with the name TryHackMe demo, we want to know more about. So let me go, we make one more time here and say we make and say services were name like TryHackMe demo or get name and path name here. So let me enter. Services not found. Alright, because it's not services, it's service. TryHackMe wallet ls verb. Is that button working? Name like it like could be here. And please delete it. Invalid get expiration. Server were name like TryHackMe demo get name. Path name. Why is not right? It's not running. let me get process. Here, let's say name. TryHackMe demo. Process name. Alright, there is no TryHackMe demo. And let me try our TryHackMe service here. It's gonna be working. Yes. We have to be looking for TryHackMe services because there is no TryHackMe demo file. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me change it with TryHackMe service it. You will get expression. Alright. Finally, we can see listening port 8080. Now try to apply it. We discussed to find port number for TryHackMe service. There's a TryHackMe service process name. So we have to be trying netstat dash and OA. That's true. Yep, but we have to be netstat is over there, and say find strings. Find strings for what? For listening. Find string one more time to this position. It's not giving us. Alright, let me try 8080 for it. Netstat dash NOA and find strings to listenings. Now it's time strings for 8080 here. But how come we are doing it? Alright. No. It's giving us the amped file. Alright, let me try, for example, no, empty here. Yep. Yeah, we got it. Yep, there's a now listening port on this, and that means that we have to be checking with 2492. Now it's guessing or in this port what is per number is running off it. So for gathering is, can we have to be go this on this port? Alright, where's our IP address? Is over there, and go it for on this power. Yes, TryHackMe services enumerated is over there. So how we know about it, this service number? How can I check it? So yeah, it's giving us ID is over there, but I think yeah we have to be looking at it. Alright, sorry guys, we have to be checking for get process to name is equal to TryHackMe service, and it's giving us ID number is over there, and run this netstat-noi this in this port, and it's giving us this port number. Okay guys, I think I explained the details and it will be cool. So I think it's time to go NSS looks exe here. I'm gonna use NSS look app.exe array giving this IP address. So let me say server timeout. What's giving our right timeout and yes, address is equal this and ns-t tryhackme@team.com. And it's giving us some ad tryhackme.rim.com. What is flag the foreign records? Now enumerate domain name is like that. What is the flag? Is flag is hidden here? I think it's no. Yep, is order flag TryHackMe DNS 15 enumerated. Alright guys, we are the layout flat. It's really too hard, but we got it all flags. And the most important things is over there host security solution and come over there the application services. And I'm thinking about it. I explained the details, and if you want to like it, I'm really helpful for that. So this is end of the video.